I like listening to new conversations. I like learning new things. So by default, it's just everything just grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. You get what I mean? So
Yeah,
like, I'm
yeah.
forever growing, I'm forever learning, and it's like real time. I'm just moving with real time and just always trying
Mm.
to push. I'm like, even some of the people that I work with, they're like, "Raw, you're never satisfied." I'm like, yeah, I just want to push and push and push and push and push. So
Yeah, man.
yeah, man,
That's
like
a good thing,
I
man.
go through a lot. I see a lot. I talk to a lot of people. I get influenced quite a lot, and I don't like to keep it on my chest. So I go into my therapy session, which is obviously music and art, and I let everyone else see or hear what I'm hearing or
Well,
seeing.
yeah, yeah. I feel you, man. I feel you.
Mm.
That's the same, man, with the art, man. I can have a
Yeah,
mad day, then when I touch the canvas, like man just zones and then like
yeah,
it's done, innit? You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, man. So that's
yeah.
mad, man. But I feel you still. Like 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 before you said you was like front line, yeah, like
Yeah,
musically,
yeah.
but now you're behind the scenes on production, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, could you name like a few bangers that you made, yeah, that people may not know that that's yours, innit?
I mean, when I get
Oh,
people coming into my studio and they see my plaques, like they still like, "Rod, did you produce that?" Which is obviously a Stormzy track that I produced called "Don't Cry for Me" on his first album that he did, that he
yeah,
done. Like I'm surprised that, like, obviously I put it up on my Instagram and all that stuff, but people still come in and like, "Rod, did you produce that?"
mm,
And I'm like, "Yeah." And I've done a tune with Bonkers a few years back called, I think we called it "Pretty Brown Eyes."
yeah, yeah.
Um,
That had a Kano filter, innit?
yeah, 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 yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think I heard it still. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah, that
one.
one was good, man. Still.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Yeah, no.
I did a quite. People still don't know that I did. Well, Ed Sheeran sampled a beat that I did, and obviously I got credit for that, like production credit for that. So
Yeah,
that one. Um, done loads of Wretch tunes as well.
yeah.
Uh, there's loads,
Too
man.
many to
There's
name,
loads.
man. There's
Yeah,
too
there's
many
too
to
many.
name.
I, I'd have to have a list and
Yeah, yeah.
roll
Just
with
keep
this
it
list and
authentic.
keep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's crazy, man. I feel you, man. I feel you. I don't doubt you still. Like,
mm,
yeah, that's what I was gonna touch on. Like, with the wretch. Like,
yeah,
obviously, you two seem tight. Like, was that a
yeah.
music related like friendship, or was you friends before, or what?
No, we was friends from, like, he's basically my neighbor, like
Yeah,
Rich's bro. Like,
yeah,
we speak frequently. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Whether it's just talking about family or just like talking about the past or whatever. So
mm,
like that, that was before music. That was before
yeah.
music with Rich. Yeah.
That's calm, man. That's calm, man. That's calm. Uh, um, like, tell me about the studio you built from scratch. Like, have you always had a setup, or like you that was your first studio, or what type of, where you coming from, what angle are you coming from? Like,
Nah, with that, I first started off with one of my very good friends, Energy, practically my brother.
mm,
So we started off in Finsbury. Well, he had a studio in Finsbury Park, but at that time, like he was like not really feeling the engineering thing. So like I came on board and he practically like gave me the key and said, "Yo, do what you gotta do." XYZ, and then we ran that successfully, and then we moved into a bigger space in Green Lanes. And just before we moved, that's when I reconnected with Prince Galilee. I don't know if you no, like he's big, like he engineers for like D Block Europe. He engineered the Skepta, Chip, and Young Ads album as well. So before we moved to Green Lanes, we met up with him, and then after that we went Green Lanes. And then what it was that, like, Prince, I always tell him this, he has got an amazing talent. He's able to work with any type of people. He could work with someone that's so rude. You get what I mean? He'll have patience for them and all that stuff. Whereas with me, it's just like I ain't really got the patience for that. Like disrespect and rude behavior, I'm not really with that. Like, and I ain't even trying to explain anything. I'm just cutting it short. But Prince, like, he is an amazing guy. He can work with anyone. And I just felt like, and then afterwards, my brethren passed away, the one I started the studio with. And he always used to tell me, thank you, man, it's cool. And then he always used to tell me that, because I was doing a lot of work with other people and always quick to help other people and all that stuff. And he was just like, yo, like, you need to work on the Wizzy Wow brand again. Like, we need to get that out. And, you know, you need to, like, kind of focus on your kind of thing. And we always spoke about, like me getting my own studio and all that stuff. So when he passed away, that kind of just, that thought kept on revisiting my mind. So I was just like, Prince is thriving, doing his thing, you know what I mean? And then at our studio, most of the clients was Prince's clients. So I was just like, and I was just, you know, just there. And I was just like, you know what? Like, Prince is actually doing his thing. And for me to be Wizzy Wow, like, I need to start from scratch. And I can't start from scratch over here because, like, Prince is thriving and he's doing his thing. So I was just like, you know what? Like, I'm going to start from scratch. So that's what I literally did. Like, my missus, she was looking for, like, you know, open spaces. So she found, long story short, we found one. And then, so I moved in with a company called Mavro. And, like, they do everything to do with media, photography and all that stuff. And they wanted, like, a photography space and an office space. So we all, like, they was just like, yeah, cool, like, let's just get a big space. So that's what we did. We got the big space, and then we literally built the studio. Like, it was like 4 months. It took us 4 or 5 months to build. And that was amazing because, like, obviously we came up with the ideas and didn't hit up no architects or nothing. Like, we just done it. And it was all of, like, it was our first time building. So it's like, it means a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Just, you know, even when I walk in, I'm like, raw, like, man, literally started from scratch. So
so it's like, it's got like that home feel to it, like organic feel, like, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's good, man. That's good. That's crazy. What, like, can anyone book it? Anyone can book it for the people that's watching. Anyone can book it, or
yeah, people can book it, but at the same time, I'm just like, for me, it's about the vibes. You get what I mean? Like, obviously when people come in on Instagram and they're like, yo, I want to book studio time, and how, depending on how the conversation is, like, if you got a good vibe about you, you're respectful and all that stuff, then we can get in. But, you know, like, some people just hit me up like, yo, like, what, no studio time? Like, I can't, like, if I'm not really feeling the vibe like that. And also, it's just like, I do my homework, because if I'm going to let you in my studio, then I need to know who I'm dealing with. So Like if
Yeah.
I go through your stuff and I'm really feeling your stuff, I'm like, yeah, cool. Let's
Yeah.
get in, because at the end of the day, like I'm still building up my brand. You get what I mean? So it's just like I still need that time for myself. You get what I
What
mean?
did
So like,
what,
and the studio sessions,
yeah.
it needs to make sense. So like some people are like, oh, I want to come in for an hour. So I'm just like, right. So you want me to leave my house, drive down, you know, and then spend 1 hour and then drive back down again. It's just like, for me, financially, doesn't really make no sense to
Makes
me.
sense,
You get
yeah.
what I mean? So, like, what I advise people to do is that, and the best thing to do with me is like book out the date, 5 hours minimum. Like, it'll be worth it because I'll
Yeah.
sit side by side with you. I'll give you my honest opinion. And obviously, what I also do is like, most of the times I have production there. Like, so you can
Yeah.
come in and you don't have to pay up front, but if you want to write to the songs, you write to the songs there. So if it takes you 20 hours to write a full song,
Yeah.
that's cool, but the price is still worth it because, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, you're getting a song and a Wizzy Wild beat. So like I like it to be intimate like that. So
Yeah.
the longer the hours, the better it is. You get what I mean? And I'm just about good vibes, innit? Like I just want to be able to have a good session. You know, like walk home.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy when my clients are happy. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That makes me love my job. So
You know what they say, like it takes a something that it takes a long time to build your brand, but it
yeah,
takes seconds for it to. Do you understand that type of vibe?
exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Like I've had people come to the studio and they've brought like 5, 6, 10 man, and then I've had complaints from my building giving me warnings saying like, yo, like if this keeps on going, you're gonna get kicked out. And then all this build that I've been doing for 4 months, all this like this this dream of mine that I've had for ages has now gone down the drain. So I'm just like, I'm not risking that for,
Yeah.
you know,
That's smart, man.
bad behavior or bad mannerisms, or you know what I mean? It's just like when you walk in my studio, like bring the tone down, good vibes. Let's just get the best. Let's get the best work and let's all be happy.
Creativity. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It's
and that's
crazy.
what I would get out and drive down to the studio for. You get what I mean? Like I like stuff like that. Like I like stuff like that. You don't have to be super duper amazing, the best rapper. You get what I mean? Like I'm happy when I listen to your songs that you did, you know, in the past, and I'm just like, all right, cool. And we'll build something new. And then we're like, yo, like that's a massive improvement. Like I'm all about improvement. I love seeing the
Yeah.
improvement. You get what I mean? So like, don't
Yeah.
think that because I'm not that good at rapping, I can't check for Wizzy or I can't book with Wizzy. Yeah, you can. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'll tell you the truth. I may say like, look, you may ask me and think, yo, like, what do you think of this? I'm gonna tell you, I don't like it, but then I'm gonna say I don't like it because I feel like you could have gone harder. Like I'm not gonna sit there and say
Yeah.
to you like,
Of
no,
course,
it's
man.
rubbish. You know what I mean? I'm gonna push you. I'm gonna push you. You may get, you know, annoyed or whatever. I'd rather you be annoyed and come up with something that you're gonna be happy about. You know what I mean? And I like to work with people that understand that.
Yeah. It's true, man. It's true. It's true, man. You're making sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You're making sense. Like, let me move on to the next